Well, hey there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be seeing or listening to me. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with the What's She Up To Now segment of content that I create every day. And it's basically the place where I share lessons learned, what's worked for me, what's not working for me, as I've been in lots of different businesses, as well as my transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. And today we're doing an annual challenge called the Let's Grow Annual Challenge. Today is day 113. Happy 113th day of the year. And we're talking about physical growth and something called the Lifeline exercise. I don't know if you can see this, but I didn't bring mine because I'm traveling, but I like to map out once a month. And I do it once a month now, or else I review my overarching Lifeline exercise the last few months of the year to just look for patterns and milestones and lessons learned and things that I can see aha moments about my life. And this month we're focusing on physical growth. We're thinking about physical growth and our Lifeline exercise. Key events in our physical growth, key events in our health, our wellness, our physical well-being, our environment, etc. And we're mapping those on a timeline or for ourselves, for our life. So we always put the year we're born to this year and continuing on, because none of us plan on checking out this year usually. So that's what we talked about today for the Let's Grow Annual Challenge. For Supersize Your Business, we talked about crisis communication and how we manage that and strategies for communicating in a crisis, which we should probably use in our communication all the time, but especially in a crisis, to make sure that our business survives that crisis as well as thrives and goes on to supersize and create what it is that we want to create in the world. So I talked about different strategies for that: being transparent, being authentic, establishing lines of communication, clear lines of communication, so people know where to go to get information about the crisis and about your business, etc. Making sure that we anticipate and prepare for crises, right? If you didn't have a crisis management plan in place prior to the COVID pandemic, shame on you if you don't have one now. At least key areas and key things that need to happen and be done and who's responsible for what and the timeline of how you expect things to happen when any type of crisis happens in your business. I grew up in manufacturing. So in manufacturing, we always had and we always have contingency plans in place, and we test those plans at a minimum annually to make sure that the plan still makes sense. And we'll run different scenarios. We'll pull a random scenario out of a hat sometimes. And we used to do them quarterly in one of my businesses. So we literally had all of the crises we could possibly imagine. And some of them you wouldn't think would ever even happen. I think we had UFOs and things and everything in there to make some of them actually real and fun for us, so that we would all participate in that activity as if it were a real crisis. And we learned every time we did that, we learned where the holes were in our plan, where something happened too slowly, or where we totally forgot about a key element, a key ingredient that was important to managing the crisis appropriately. And then we would improve that. And then in our next mock crisis, we would learn more. Every time we do something, we continually improve and grow. And that's why I highly recommend that you do that for your business. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Maybe if you're a solopreneur right now, or you only have a couple people on your team, it's a quick and easy activity to do. You can do it in half an hour, but you got to do it, because when a crisis happens, you're going to be dealing with all the emotions and all of the trauma and all the drama that happens with that crisis. And if you don't have a plan in place, you're going to make more mistakes than if you do have a plan in place. So that's what we're talking about today. Again, still traveling, but if I can help you in any way, all you have to do is Voxer me, pajamagrandma@gmail.com. GRAMMA is how I spell grandma for that handle. And you can walkie-talkie, ask me a question. Quickest, easiest, fastest way to get in touch with me. And when I'm traveling, the secret is that's the best time to get a hold of me. Because when I'm not traveling, I am swamped, because I schedule the vast majority of my time so that I am effective and efficient, because that's like one of my core values. All right. If I can help you, ask. Otherwise, have a fantastic day. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow with just a heads up on what I'm working on a strategic partnership and brainstorming ideas for that right now. So if you got any ideas, things you want to see, let me know. Have a great day, and I'll be with you tomorrow.